Hello everyone, welcome to Grow Your Future. My name is Zah, CEO of Luxland Investments. Today we are joined by Mark, Jade and our blow-in Sarah.
You were waiting for that.
This is going to crank this podcast.
Welcome everyone. We apologise that we didn't have a podcast last week. We were Jade and I were down and out with the flu, and
we had the man flu.
Yeah, we had the man flu, and that knocked us about for about 3 or 4 days. But we're back. We're back, ready to rumble, and we've got our blow-in.
Look, can I
Ready
just
to
say,
contribute?
next time you can't do the podcast, I'm happy to fill in.
Yeah.
Quite happy to fill in.
That's an idea.
Bad idea.
That's an idea. She can just do it on her own.
Still won't get away.
It'll be so extra.
Marcus,
Yes, so
the
today
people want to know what we're talking about tonight.
the listeners, the viewers. So tonight we're talking about the power of daily rituals. This is something we're quite big on here at Luxland and at the salon as well, and all the other businesses that you guys have and whatnot. And I guess reason why we got this topic this week is because of last week missing out on the podcast and the way that not just the podcast but your week was affected by even having that one day off and a few days off the gym and stuff like that. It just
Killed us.
it put things completely out of whack. So I guess to begin with, like, how long have you guys been doing, like the three of you anyway, your daily rituals?
Well, I think rituals. Everyone's got rituals. Mm-hmm. You know, some sort of routine that they do every morning, every day when they go to work. For me, I don't talk about my rituals that often, and I don't really like to talk about it because people actually think I'm making it up, because I'm very, very extreme. But for the purpose of this podcast, like I'll go through, you know, some of my daily rituals, and hopefully our viewers and our listeners can take some value away from it. And even if you can do one of them, just perform one of those rituals, I think it'll add a lot of value to your life. And I know I've kind of set the bar amongst our team and our group, and you know, I've pushed everyone very, very hard to get through these rituals. But for you listeners out there, I think you guys can really benefit from it. So I guess waking up early. You know, that's key for me. Waking up early, and that's anywhere between 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning. Most of the good shit actually happens within those first couple of hours. And it's a beautiful thing waking up before the sun gets up. Beating the sun is, even on the weekends, like it's I have to do it 7 days a week. You know, I'll have my apple cider vinegar, you know, and then I'll have my coffee, go to the gym, work out. I have self-education, personal development for about an hour and a half. Then I come home, and I'll have a freezing cold shower. Now the freezing cold shower has to last for a minimum of 5 minutes. Now, people will laugh about the freezing cold shower, but the thing is with the freezing cold shower, what it does, it gets you out of your comfort zone, and it programs your mind to do things out of discomfort, and it also gets you hyper-focused, and it's great for so many other things. But it's difficult to do every morning. Like I don't look forward to it. I don't look forward to drinking my apple cider vinegar. I don't look forward to running 10 to 15 Ks, you know? Like it's one of those things where your body adapts to it, but you're constantly out of your comfort zone. And that's the only way you're going to improve.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you can do that 7 days a week. So a lot of people say, all right, I work out every day. I diet really hard every day. I do self-education every day. I do it 7 days a week, right? And I don't say that to brag, but I say that because that's the reason why I have the knowledge that I have and the experience that I have, the team that I have, the culture that I've built within all of my businesses comes down to my rituals. Now, last week, Mark, you said that you had a comment where, you know, everything kind of fell over, right? And that's because all of those rituals went out the window.
Yep.
We were sick. We couldn't perform them. So then the negativity started coming in. Little problems started turning into bigger problems.
That's right.
I couldn't even, you know, call my team to give them advice, right? Because I was so sick. And it's really, really important to have those rituals and improve on them every single day.
Sarah, you're one that has formed rituals, and sometimes you adjust them over time. What about you with your rituals? Have they been around for a long time, or is that something you've built over the last couple of years?
No, it's something new because my duties have changed within my industry and what is expected of me. So I have weekly rituals, I also have monthly rituals, and then my daily rituals. So my daily ones for me, I know everyone goes on, I also do personal development daily. I make sure I do that whilst I'm exercising. And if I'm not exercising, I'll put on something whilst I'm doing my makeup or something like that. So that gets done regardless. And then social media I include as my daily ritual. Definitely. I do a lot of social media daily, and I make sure that if I know that I'm going to be busy on, say, a Wednesday or a Thursday when the salon is open till late, I'll back up the content in my phone so that it's ready to go for
So when you say social media, what do you exactly do?
Scheduling posts and making sure that I'm creating different things. So whether it's a picture, an image, or a video, a tutorial, whatever it is, I make sure that they're lined up and ready to go so that if I am busy, I have enough content to last me through the week. But it has to be daily, and it has to be at certain times, and it has to be constant. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost and forgotten.
That's interesting that you say that you put time aside for social media, because as you guys know, like, I've only just started even just doing my stories, and now I start putting aside, like 20 minutes, half an hour a day to spend on it.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is in terms of your engagement and what you've achieved out of, because you do a lot, right? Like you've probably got, I don't know, 30 stories, to the point where I don't even look at them anymore because there's so many of them.
Many.
But like, you've got a lot of them. But since you've been doing that and you've been consistent with it, what has it done for work, and what has it done for business?
So it's given people a sense of who I am, because it's really hard to give people a sense of who you are via an image. And, at this point in life, everyone can post an image of something and it can look like it's your work, but people don't get a sense of how you achieved it and your personality, if you'd mesh well with their personality, if you're the kind of person that they'd want to be around, if you're the kind of person that they want to give their money to, if you're the kind of person they want to do business with. So by showing people the other side to me that isn't just work related, it's going and tapping into my personal life, it's tapping into the goofy side of me because I'm a bit crazy, like all of these sides, and people are now interacting with me and engaging with me and telling me like, wow, I love that. Like, so it's really rewarding having people, recognize you as a person, and then, just reaching out to you. You forget how many people are actually watching until they give you these little comments, and they're really nice comments. Until they give them to you, you're like, oh wow, I posted that, just posting it, but so many people have watched it, so many people have commented in it. So
what about haters? You got many haters?
I have a great following on social media. The haters are silent haters. I'm sure people hate me. I'm sure they do. But you can click unfollow if you do. I don't mind. But they're going to always be silent haters, because no one's going to stand up to you and go, oh, I don't like you. Like, I don't like what you're doing. But there are people that are going to be negative behind my back and go, oh, look at her. Who does she think she is? Like,
it's probably happening right now.
She's got 6,000 followers and she's doing all these things. It's like, well, yeah, I have to do these things in order to...
Have you got 6,000 followers?
Yeah, at the moment. It's so small in comparison to, in what you classify as Instagram famous. I am definitely bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I'm not quite on Zara level. But, you have to do these daily rituals in order to grow that following. It has to be consistent. Like, people are going to forget you if you're not on top of that. So I make sure that I am on top of my social media, that it is invested into my daily ritual, and then I also enforce that onto my team as well to get them out there.
You know what? Like, I must admit, I look up to you with your social media. Like, I use your social media as an example when I'm talking to other people who I'm trying to get them to do the same for their profiles and in their industries. I go, look, check out Sarah from my salon. Her social media's cracker. right? Like you should follow everything that she does. And I even go on and see, like it's hard for me to get inspiration for what I can do because it's just a totally different industry. But to see the activity consistently, day in, day out, and I guess that's what Ritual's all about. It's not just a one-hit wonder where you just, like you do social media for 10 hours in one day and then all of a sudden you forget about it for 2 months.
It's consistency and it's constantly getting out there and building it into your life, building it into each day. Now, we were in a time, remember this, 5 years ago, where we were like, get off social media, too much social media. Now, it's like, get on social media if you want to make a difference. If you want to build your business, if you want to build your profile. Hey, but if you don't want to build your profile, don't worry about it. It's okay. But get on social media, make time for it and build it into your daily rituals or your weekly rituals and, constantly producing. Like you say, but you have to work it into your life.
I think it's the compound effect of everything that you do every single day. So what I've found with social media, right, because I've only been on it for not even a year now. I don't think it's been a year. I think probably about almost a year now, Laura. And
he's already got top following, guys. Already.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't following me, start doing it because you're going to be missing out if you don't. But look, with my year of being on, Facebook and Instagram and all of that sort of thing, if I look at it now and think, okay, I start now instead of I didn't start a year ago. Like the compound effect that I've created in just the last year of content and engagement and new networks and people I'm starting to do business with, to start all over again, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. So it's really important to just get on it every single day. And it doesn't have to be daily, it could be a weekly ritual. Everyone's different, right? But I guess the key takeaway, the key takeaway is that will compound very, very fast over time. And we're not just talking about social media. I'm talking about exercise, diet, education. There's a book that I read called The Compound Effect, which we actually talk about quite a bit, where he talks about Darren Hardy, who's written it. He talks about people. He compares different people doing different rituals, right? One person that just doesn't care about what he eats, and then there's the next person that, kind of looks after his diet, and he trains, and he does a bit of education, and basically what I do, right? But I'm a bit extreme, I go a bit too far with it. And he does the comparisons at like 45 years old. Yeah. And you see the downhill decline of the person that doesn't really work on themselves, and then how far ahead the person is who actually works on themselves. And I spoke to someone in the gym the other day. It's actually a good friend of mine. He's 45 years old. And he said to me, he goes, when you get to your mid-40s, not many people actually train in the gym anymore because of commitments through kids and family, and they slack off, and it's just natural, right? Where there's a lot of people in their early 30s, in their 20s, obviously everyone training. But the people who have been consistent about it, he said to me, he goes, when he reaches 50, 55, that's when he's going to see the full benefits of going to the gym every single day. Because think about it, right? If a 40-year-old for the next 10 years reaches 50 and just doesn't really care about how he sort of his health, think about the rapid decline. So the people that constantly work on themselves, constantly study, constantly educate themselves, keep learning, so it's not just about the body, but it's also about the mind, is very, very important to stay alive, right? So Tony Robbins says, progression is the key to happiness, right? So you have to keep progressing, meaning keep improving. So these rituals that we're talking about, that we're telling you guys that are watching, I think it's really important that you set targets, weekly targets, monthly targets, yearly targets, whether that'll be physical appearance or weight or body fat percentage, how much